Hello, welcome to my channel. Hello Roger, hello Kundan, hello Dita, hello Bob. Okay, let's paint a new portrait. Okay, here I have titanium white, cadmium orange, cadmium red, quinacridone rose, raw umber, gray paint, and ivory black. Okay. Let's see, 1 second. Okay. I'm going to start just with a bristle brush. This is a bristle brush number 3. I'm going to use raw umber. Okay, let's see. Slightly. I'm trying just to get the overall shape of the whole head. Okay, I think maybe a bit smaller, I think. Let's see, a little bit up. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I'm just gonna continue painting with raw umber. All the darker values I see, like the hair, even the shadows on the face. And after getting all the shadows, I'm gonna start with the midtones and then the lights. First, pretty lightly, you know. Because I'm just drawing and adding a darker value, I need to go light. Remember, I always check out proportions from the eyebrow to the nose, from the nose to the bottom of the chin, the chin, and for the eyes, you find. I repeat this every time. You find these proportions on the Loomis method, the Andrew Loomis method. You find that book everywhere. Okay. And I use a combination between observation, obviously trying to copy the photograph, and always checking on these proportions. And every time that I feel afraid that something has moved, that let's say I have control on the face, like I'm getting the nose too long, or or maybe the mandible too high, I relied on that, and I go back, and I always measure, eyebrows, nose, chin. Maybe you don't see me doing that so often, but definitely I'm doing that. Now, if I'm doing this visually, and at the same time, I got the photograph next to my canvas, same size, I can just do this and check out the alignment. There's a lot of things that I do in order to keep my drawing not as tight as possible. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Fatih. Hello, Christos. Hello, Christine. Hello, Monique. Hello, Sylvia. Okay, let's see. Continue just with raw umber. Okay. I'm stepping back and I check out my drawing. Sometimes I use my cell phone and I use it as a black mirror. Okay, I just do this, I see the reflected image. I use it to check out both the picture and my painting. Okay, let's see the distance between the eyes, usually one eye. Okay. Sometimes we see that there's a 45-degree angle between the center of the nose with the corner of the eye. Okay. Okay. I'm going to start adding a bit of color. I'm going to add some orange here and kind of green on rose. This is a warm shadow, but remember this is just the base. You can just change this a bit later, but the face usually has warmer colors. Okay, let's see. What I love about painting from a black and white photograph, obviously, I don't have to copy anything. I feel free, really free to experiment, adding more or less saturation, okay, playing with warm and cool colors. Yeah, but at the beginning I try to keep it pretty simple. At some point you're gonna see that the color I use is just like one color that is just moving from light to shadow. Okay, and from there I started more and more colors. Okay, let's see. I got here another bristle brush. I got a question. Do you prefer Lizard and Crimson or Quinacridone Rose? Lately I'm using this Quinacridone Rose, but I think it's just there is not too much of a difference between a Lizard and Crimson and Quinacridone Rose. They're pretty close. What I notice, that this is just a bit, just a tiny bit, like more, let's say transparent, but I mean, not in terms of transparency because it's just like it has more linseed oil. This is kind of Crimson Rose from Rembrandt. The other one that I used to use is a Lizard and Crimson from Winton. I imagine that just like adding a little bit of a linseed oil to the Lizard and Crimson, and I got something similar to this. Yeah. Now, obviously, this is better quality than the other one, but I don't feel the difference. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna try it. At some point, maybe I go back to the other one, or maybe I try a different brand. I'm trying to get a lighter color here. I think this one is better. I'm working on a mid-tone, but not mid-tone that is, let's say a dark mid-tone. Okay. Sometimes, usually when I try to copy the color from the photograph, I can start with less paint, thin paint, because I'm gonna try to match. In this case, I'm not copying any color. I can start really thick with paint. The only thing that's gonna be different maybe that maybe my skin color is gonna look more reddish, less orangey, or kind of mute, or too saturated. I'm gonna just continue putting paint and seeing what I like. Obviously, because I'm not comparing with anything when it's about color. If I like this color, I'm gonna keep it, or I could light up or knock it down, or do whatever I want. And it's not the same. It's not always the same for every portrait. I bought recently these bristle brushes. I like it because the hair is pretty long. These ones are pretty cheap. Just like I got like 4 brushes for $1. As I paint and keep my eyes squinted, then as you can see, there's not too much color on my painting. That means that you got your drawing, you can trace your drawing, do whatever you want. You just get to this point, like, forward the video, get to the point that you're gonna see my colors here. This one, this one, this one, and the lighter one. Okay? And you're gonna notice that there's nothing difficult about those colors. It's just a knockdown orange. Okay, it could be maybe kind of pinky, yellowish. Okay, now obviously depending on the level of every person, you can already start just adding some reddish colors on the skin, that we all know that the cheeks are reddish, the nose. And here, since we're working from a black and white photograph, you're free to exaggerate this if you want. Like make the nose really pinky, or maybe a bit orangey. What do you think is gonna work? It's up to you. Okay. But remember, always we have the reddish color on the chin, the nose, cheeks, and eyelids. Okay. And you check out, painters, you're gonna see some painters love to exaggerate those colors, those reddish colors, and other painters just prefer to keep those colors kind of, down, pretty subtle. Okay. Hello, Arts and Tattoo. Hello, Fernando. Thank you. Hello, Mary, Bart. Hello, Kinori. Okay. Need some paper towel. Don't forget to press the like button. Please, if you like it, obviously. Okay, and now let's say that I got here the shadow, midtone, and a light midtone, okay, which is basically the skin color. I see my skin color is kind of pinky. Well, let's say if I just make the light a little bit orangey, I mean not that orangey yellowish. Definitely I would change the skin color a little bit. I'm mixing cadmium orange, raw umber, and a touch of cadmium red. Okay. I need more light here, more white. A touch of cadmium orange. Well, now what do you think? I mean, imagine this is your painting. You prefer to make it kind of pinky, yellowish? Do you prefer these lights, just to paint these lights more yellowish, like warmer color, or cooler, just by adding white? You got a cool color, or even bluish, light blue, light. Okay, let's see. Okay. I need more lights. Yeah. I'm gonna clean the brush. Okay, just 1 second. I don't wanna waste this paint. And add a little bit of yellow. I want add chrome yellow. I mean, this is not perfectly clean because I just I wipe off the paint from my brush with paper towel. That means that it got a little bit of paint. Let's see how this light works. Okay, Pitman is asking me about the colors. I got this. This is cadmium red, and this is quinacridone rose. I'm gonna show the tube. Maybe I'm mispronouncing the name. Look at here. Okay, quinacridone. Which one is it? The English one? I don't know. Quinacridone rose or rosa. Yeah. I hear somebody else saying quinacridone rose. Yeah. Lizard crimson is gonna work just the same way. We're gonna get the same results with a lizard crimson. Okay, I'm gonna blend a little bit. Let's see if it's asking me is chrome yellow. Yeah, this is chrome yellow. It's pretty close to lemon yellow, but lemon yellow is more transparent. It's too transparent for what I like. That's why I prefer chrome yellow. Hello, Ravi. Oh, thank you. Okay. Let's see. Feel free to ask me any question. Hola, José Luis Montanés. Hello, Maggie. Okay, I clean the brush like every minute. I blend a little bit and then I clean the brush. Then I continue blending. Be sure to do that because if I move with the brush with this color to the shadow, okay, I'm gonna just kill the difference between light and shadows. I'm gonna pollute the lights. I'm gonna maybe milky. I'm gonna with milky colors on the shadows. Okay. Now this is the first layer. Now I'm thinking, okay, do I like this color or not? Or what color, what else do I need to put here on my painting? About volume, speaking about volume, that means speaking about values. I think I need more lights. But just the beginning, okay, just the first layer. When I wanted, it was just get a skin color, something closer to a skin color. That's what I have. And you see on my palette, basically what you have is a value is a value scale here, from a lighter to a darker color. If you get to this point in the video, you can just mix these colors and start painting the face. You're just being sure where are the lights, the midtones, and the shadows. Okay. Okay, I need more light. I'm going to paint the background. I was thinking of something a bit darker to create more contrast. Let's see. Okay, before that, I want to make some changes on the colors on the skin here. I need raw umber. I'm gonna add a little bit of gray paint, just a tiny bit, okay? Okay, let's paint the background. Okay, what color? Oh, Kyle Pittman is asking me, I see that most of your videos are about two and a half hours. Is that just how long it takes to paint a portrait, or you just restrict yourself to that time? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I spend sometimes from 2 hours to 3 hours, and a few times a bit more, almost 4 hours. Yeah, I gotta say that. No, to be honest, I don't know. It's kind of the time that I feel that's enough for me to get something that I like on the canvas, but it's not like I wanna get to that mark always. No, you know. But one thing for sure, after like 4 hours, 5 hours, I got tired. Yeah, that's for sure. But I never thought about that. Yeah. To be honest, I never thought about that, like if it's in purpose or not. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so. But I think it's pretty good just to kind of have as a practice, as a practice, because painting is not about. I mean, the goal about painting is never paint faster, never. It's about the result. It's not about how much time that you put on the painting. nobody cares if you paint something in 4 hours or 6 or 20. What people see is the result. If the painting is nice, that's perfect. Yeah, but I mean, for me, just every painting that I do here in YouTube, I enjoy it. I try to enjoy it. It's a practice for me, but I'm not saying that I'm painting all every like all the time with a smile on my face. It's stressful. Okay, it's not something that is easier. I'm trying to get something good, something that I like, something that you all like, and I don't know. Maybe at the same time, pushing myself to try to practice, and maybe without thinking like or without being aware of that, kind of put myself on timer, like just like 2 hours or 3 hours. Yeah. Bob Trinco is asking me, is there a big street art culture in Lima, Peru? Uh, yeah, like there is a district which is like once a year, I think. I'm not so sure it's exactly once a year or twice a year, but they kind of have like open art studios and galleries. And that day, you can go to artists that live there. Imagine, I don't live there, obviously, I live in like 20 minutes from there, but let's say that one day I rent a studio there. Okay, that day of the year, it's kind of I gotta open my doors and just let anybody in my studio to check out my paintings, check out my studio. It's not like you have to do it, but it's pretty common that everybody wants to do it, because every painter want to show the paintings. That's the one way to sell the paintings. Yeah, I think that's the only event that looks like it's pretty nice, pretty beautiful, pretty amazing for me just to have that here. I have never gone there, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty nice. I don't know if there like you're just free to go, but I once somebody showed me a map, like with all the directions to go from one studio to another studio, or from one art gallery to the other art gallery. Okay, I'm gonna paint the background. You tell me the measures in centimeters of your canvas. That would be like, well, I think it's gonna be like 20, yeah, by 35, something like that, or 25 by 35. Okay, let's paint the background. For the background, I'm gonna use a little bit of linseed oil. Okay. Oh, what's the color? I'm gonna use gray paint with white. I'm gonna get this bluish color. I just thinning out the paint a lot because I don't know if I'm gonna like this color. Maybe I'm gonna mute this a little bit. Yeah, not so sure. I think it's gonna be too much blue. Okay, I'm gonna just paint all the background with this color. Not too much paint, like I said before, to be able to add maybe a different color and change it a little bit. By changing, I'm thinking more about knocking down the color, like adding some raw umber. Well, okay, you know, I like this portion here of this color. Maybe I can just darken up here and keep it a little bit more bluish, closer to the face to create some contrast. Okay, let's see what I want here. I got the skin color. You know, it is kind of reddish, but anyway, I got the skin color, the background. Okay, I got obviously shadow here. That means that if I want to create contrast, what I should do is light up the background. Okay. Yeah, on this side of the face, I got just the, you know, the hair, the kind of frame, the face on the edge. What about the color here? I can add something, you know, like red maybe. Sometimes I just love to add some color, some saturated color. What about that? Anyway, I don't have too much paint here, just because I want to be able to change this if I don't like it, okay? And I just want to continue painting and see. I'll see if it's asking me what kind of blue is this. This is just gray paint and white. You know, gray paint is kind of, it's just like a black color with a little bit of white. Hello, Michael. And it's kind of have this bluish tint. If you see, you know, here I have this. Okay, this kind of, there is no difference. Gray paint and black. You know, almost for me, I know that's gray paint because I put it down there. But if you show me this, if you don't tell me what color it is, I would think, hey, what's that? I mean, it's just black, with a touch of white, or what? I wouldn't even be able to tell what's the difference. But I know that this gray paint has this little bluish tint. That's why I added a touch of white and I got this bluish color without having blue. Okay. Oh, looks like it's Michael's birthday. Happy birthday, Michael McEwan. Okay. Okay, now I got the face. I check out the position of the eyes, nose, and mouth. It's something that I'm not gonna say that's perfect, but I can tell that it's everything okay right now. You know, I know the mouth is a little bit maybe tilted to the right. I'm gonna move it. That's okay, but I know they're gonna need to move a few things. Okay, I'm gonna start working. Obviously, still on the values, light, shadows, and color. Okay, and I'm gonna add first more lights to the face. Okay. Okay, usually the nose is the lightest light. Okay, then the cheeks. The forehead in this case has bright light too. We can see that the light is coming from up. Look at the shadow on the nose, the cast shadow, below the nose. Okay. I wanna work on edges and details. Okay. First, for the eyes, I could use this color I got here. This is raw umber white in a touch of gray paint. Okay, a little bit of white. Okay, more white. Okay, another highlight of the eyes. Okay, I know it's too early in the process, but those highlights are pretty clear, just shining there. It makes me feel that I need them in order to compare. Okay. Now let's see the contour of the face. Okay. Now this edge is gonna be a soft edge, but definitely here I want a sharp edge. Okay. Oops, my mistake. This is raw umber. I wanted to a little bit of gray paint. Oh, Michael saying cheers. I'm getting younger every day. Yeah, yeah, that's what happens year after year. Yeah. Are you gonna get some beers today? Pretty sure you are. Christos says Renzo, indigo is black. I don't know, or black or dark blue. I don't know. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. I got this. Or I don't know about indigo, or I don't remember. Sorry. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go back and check out my books and be prepared for the next time. Yeah, the truth that I'm not gonna do it. Okay. I'm gonna check out on Google. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Okay. gonna blend again. Oh, Dita is saying is between dark blue and gray. It's a mix. Oh, thank you, Dita. I clean the brush every second. Let me get a beer from the fridge, Michael. But you know, painting is just like driving. You cannot drink and drive. You cannot paint, drink and paint. Well, when I used to hang out with my friends, painters obviously, there was always one of my friends that when he got drunk, he felt the the urgency of painting. And since we always spent, we went to share, some beers, somebody's studio. Obviously, it was always paintings. He picked up the paint. He picked up a canvas. He used to paint one of us. That was pretty nice. He's a good portrait painter. There's a color he always wanted to use, but it wasn't always available. That's Terra Verde. That's a color that I'm planning to buy. As a matter of fact, I went to buy some colors and I forgot to buy that one because I had that Terra Verde. I have used it for almost maybe 4, 5 months, I remember, and no more. I mean, I like it, but I don't even remember why I didn't continue using that Terra Verde. Because my friend, he used to keep saying that that was the best color for painting the skin. Yeah. Okay. As you can see, basically I'm molding the face just with one color with some reddish variations, which I don't see that much of them anymore because the face is kind of reddish, but I'm gonna add more of that. Okay, now I started to work on some edges, like here, a sharp edge here a little bit. I'm gonna do the same on the face, and this is gonna be, you're gonna see me back and forth trying to control, the softness and sharpness on the face. Okay. Oh, Michael is saying I just had a couple of beers. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Oh, Kyle is saying you blend so weird. When I blend after just 3 or 4 brush strokes, the brush starts just dragging. Oh, you know, I keep cleaning the brush. I keep paper towel, I blend, I clean the brush. I blend a little bit. Okay, I clean the brush. If I don't clean the brush, that's gonna be impossible for me at some point, you know, because the brush gets more and more paint, and definitely I would be just kind of making a mess here, like moving one value into another value. Okay, let's see. I want to soften the edges, some edges a bit more. For example, on the eyes. Okay, let's see, on the eyes, I'm gonna mix black with alizarin crimson. Okay, let's see, I'm gonna get this really black. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. Just 1 second to show you. Okay, what I want here, it's a really dark color. Okay, but there, I clean the brush with almost no paint. I'm gonna paint this portion here. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of red to my brush. Make this reddish. Okay. Now I keep dark here, and then the pupil. Okay. Now pick up more black, alizarin crimson, and I repeat this up here. Stop there. Red here, this dark red, and I paint this portion here. Okay, I keep the eye here kind of dark. I don't want any sharp definition on the eye yet. Not yet. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna paint the light, the lower eyelid. Highlight again. I'm gonna move to the other eye, okay? I don't stay there to finish up the eye. I repeat the same again. Here's dark, basically black with a touch of alizarin crimson. Oh, sorry, quinacridone rose. Okay, I'm gonna soften this edge a little bit, clean the brush, soften here. Okay, I see a little bit of light on the upper eyelid. I can add a little bit of light here. Clean the brush, I soften. Okay, I can keep this as a sharp edge. No, nothing is, I'm not done obviously, because I don't know if I have to move maybe the eyelid a little bit up. Okay. Now I'm gonna move to the nose, okay? Oh, the eyebrows, the eyebrows. Now what I'm gonna try to get is, like I said before, a balance between soft and sharp edges at the same time that I continue working on the skin color, on the values, and obviously trying to get a bit of the likeness. Okay. Now this thing about edges is just, you know, edges are so important because with edges we complete the illusion of depth. We work on values and color to create the illusion of depth. Okay, but without the work on the edges, it's not complete. We need that for sure. Remember, if you take a look on one of your paintings and you see that it's full of sharp edges, okay, you're gonna, you know, see that maybe it's a little bit flat on some areas. Okay, that means that you need to, for the next painting or you wanna retouch one of your paintings, you need to soften those edges. Okay, it's always this thing about soft. For example, I'm gonna just show it here. This area here. Okay, I can keep this sharp and this lost. This gonna be a lost edge. Okay, this little area. Okay, now this is doing is making this recede. Okay, on top of that, I can make this color a bit cooler, because a cool color is gonna recede, a warm color is gonna pop forward. I'm adding a little bit of gray paint. I'll cool down the color. I'm using color to create depth. I'm using edges to create depth, okay? It's not just one thing. Now, on top of that, let's say that I keep this dark contrast, dark light, and here not too much contrast. The same. Less contrast, we make something recede. More contrast, we make something pop forward. Okay? Now, what you use to create the illusion of three-dimensionality: color, values, edges. Okay? When it's about edges, it's not just about the contour. Edges, it could happen everywhere. Like, for example, here on the corner of the eye, what if I just soften this? What happens when you just soften something? You make it recede, okay? It's the same. For example, the mouth. Let's say I paint the mouth. I got the lips here. Everything is kind of blurry. Okay. Now I pick up a quinacridone with black, and I make this here. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is make this portion of the mouth, the center of the mouth, pop. Both sides kind of turn. Okay, we can do the same here. Okay, the thing is that obviously that's is kind of a common knowledge, let's say, when it's about working on edges. The thing is just to be able to get the results. It's not easy. It's going to be always a struggle. I know about this, and it's not like a perfect formula. They can repeat on every painting. Every painting is going to be, you know, a new challenge when it's about this, when it's about edges. Because when we try to work on edges, sometimes we messed up values, and we kind of building up something in some way, and we try to complete that this thing that we are building up, but we're destroying that because we just using maybe the wrong values or maybe the wrong color. Okay. Now on the nose, here for example, on the nostril, I can just do this, make it really sharp. Okay, that little thing, I can do the same here. Now I don't see that this is sharp, but what if I make it sharp? Well, you gotta see what happens with the nose. You got that sharp edge, the nose popped forward, okay? That's color theory says, that's what perspective says, okay? Now, I see that this is soft. You wanna copy the photograph, or you wanna just add or change little things to create this illusion of depth, okay? It's a combination of everything, okay? Let's see. Hola Miriam, hola Eloisa. Stepping back. Just stepping back a little bit. Okay, let's continue. Now, I just want to see if I'm getting that, if the effect I want. The nose is kind of crooked, but I need to work on the nose yet. Okay, I'm gonna soften the edge here a little bit. Up here a little bit. I'll try to keep it here sharp. It's almost nothing, but it does a lot. The thing is that this thing is pretty difficult. I step back and I see like too much shadow on the nose. I gotta knock him down. I knock him down the shadow, and then I kind of I don't see the same contrast. Anyway, we're gonna try again and again. Okay. Now the edge here. I'm gonna use a little bit of chrome green. And white. I think the highlights a bit to the right. Okay. Okay, let's see. The nose a bit narrower. Another reflected light here. Okay, a highlight on the nose. Soften here, soften here. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking right now, okay, about the value. The upper lip, for example, is squinting. I see it's lighter on this side. Okay, it's darker here. Okay, I want a sharp edge there. I'm looking for a tiny brush to soften those areas. Okay, this one I think is gonna be useful. Okay, I need some pink. And add highlight here, highlight here. Okay, another thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a sharp edge here, a little bit. And then soften here. Okay. Okay. Now at the same time, that like as I said before, I'm working on edges, I'm working on the form and values. Okay. I'm gonna cut the hair of this brush. This brush is pretty nice, but I need to kind of. It needs a haircut. No, now it's better. Okay, I don't see light on the irises, but I'm gonna try to put some light. If the light is coming from the right, there has to be some light on the left. Here and here. I mean, I see the photograph is a black and white photograph, as everybody can see. A photograph is not going to show all the real values. Obviously, the photograph show me that the nostril is black. If I see a real person and I'm gonna see, or if I see a color photograph, I would see that the nostril is not black. Okay, that's why, that's the tricky part about copying from a black and white, because we're gonna change some values. We cannot copy all the values that we see from the black and white photograph. I'm not gonna paint this black. No way. I would use just black and black and black. Okay. A painting is different from a photograph. A photograph kind of, I don't know how to put it, but kind of looks like reduce or simplify some values, and or maybe it's so difficult to see the differences between the values, and the result is that we see that the nose is black, the mouth is black. What would be the opposite? I mean, what would be a translation in color? Black? Yeah, we cannot use that. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's continue. Okay, let's see around the head. I'm gonna add a little bit more here. Now, adding a sharp edge here. Okay, one mistake sometimes in making everything sharp, because we see that on the photograph. Okay, it looks better when we have, sharp edge, kind of lost edge, and then we can make it sharp here, for example, or here a little bit, and then lost, and then sharp here again. Or if you don't want to play with all of this, keep it kind of soft, but don't sharp, okay? Because it's gonna look like you cut it and you paste it on the canvas. Now this, trying to get this balance between that lost edge and a sharp edge, creates the illusion that there's some movement here, some softness, something, some air. The form is turning, but it's one and the other working together. It's not a complete sharp edge or a complete soft edge. I mean, a soft edge could work too, because here is, we have some edges, and this, in the case of the hair, obviously we can just keep a soft edge all over the head. But today I want to just cut something like this, okay? I don't know, maybe I need to make it a little bit wider. Let's see. Okay, for the ear, you can try to do the same. Okay, more reddish color. And what about here on the ear? Okay, I think I need to move I need to add more here. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this background, but anyway, the practice worth it, just to keep here some more minutes. Sharp, sharp, and just that, and here a bit lost. Okay, remember, don't keep a sharp edge all the way down. It's gonna look that you cut it. Okay, we can get an effect like this by accident. It's pretty nice when I got some effects like that by accident. Otherwise I gotta just try to plan ahead all of these things. Okay. Okay, I continue. A little bit of light here, because this is rounded. A bit more. Okay, I want to add a touch of red and a little crimson here. Okay, maybe it's too much. I'm gonna keep it, okay? Just wanna see how it looks, because there's a reflected light there. And I was thinking that I can just add some saturation to this reflected light. Okay. Clean the brushes. No. No, like I said, it's not a formula for every painting. I gotta check out if I have what I have been doing on edges is working or not. If I gotta change something, I think the mouth. I'm gonna soften the mouth more. I'm gonna go back to the muffin. It was just a few minutes. Okay. A little bit of a soft edge, mixing black and alizarin crimson, which is pretty dark. I'm gonna have here a sharp edge. Okay. And then as I move up, I soften this. Okay. I know maybe it doesn't look that important. Okay, look at that. But look at this. Okay. And look at this softness there. I mean, maybe maybe for a lot of people it's not that important, but you know, all those things add up at the end. Okay, to the illusion of depth. Okay. Let's see if there are some questions here. Okay. What do you think of apps like Colorize that will transform it to colors? Jonas Mark is asking me that. Okay, yeah, but I mean but that's not my intention, you know. It's not like I wanna just. They say that. Pretty sure there's a color version of this photograph, you know, out there on the internet. But that's not my intention. The exercise, the practice, is to use the colors that I've been mixing for so many years. Yeah, and pretty sure that they have to be staying in my mind, you know, and then it's the time for me to use them. It's a practice. Yeah. I don't want to match any color. I want to use the knowledge that I have about these colors. And that knowledge is because just a result of practicing. Yeah. It's just that. I mean, that's the challenge, painting from black and white. Not. I mean, just pick up the black and white photograph, add color to the photograph with any app, and then paint from there. No, no, that's not the exercise. No, there's no purpose in that. I mean, I could just pick up a color photograph, and that would be. No, that's not the point. Okay. Hello, Nikki. Oh, did you say me the right eye is more open? Okay, thank you. The thing is, when you paint from black and white anything, imagine that you're gonna paint a landscape. Okay, and you have in the landscape you have a tree. You can just choose to make it orangey, to make it green. That would be the usual option, green. Because we all know trees are green. And the sky, blue. Yeah, it's something like that. I think that's really good practice to do that, because that's a good practice to copy, obviously, for what you see, because you train your visual skills, your observation skills. Yeah. But when you don't have anything to copy from, what you're gonna practice is just your memory, let's say, your visual memory in color theory, because you're gonna find out in the situation that you're gonna need to create harmony. Even painting a background or changing any color, you're gonna find yourself in a situation that maybe you don't like the colors that you added. How are you gonna fix that? How anybody could fix that? I mean, the point is, it's a group practice. It's a good challenge. It doesn't matter if the painting come out good or not. The thing is that I think it's just perfect for that reason. Okay. For the reason that I'm not copying from anything, and we don't copy from anything, that means that where are we getting the color from? Okay. Just from the knowledge that we have with practice. I don't know. Do you think is good or not? What do you think? I would love to read some opinions. Okay, maybe somebody's not ready, let's say, for this practice. But it doesn't matter, you know. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't. It's not about the result. It's just about just pushing ourselves to think about that. Just landscape is a good practice because we all know the sky is blue, the trees are green. eh? But you're gonna see that what green you're gonna use for what area. Okay, what blue you're gonna use to make the tree pop, or something like that. And that's harmony. We're not gonna think. We not think about separate objects. We think about the relationship between those objects and how one color affects the other colors. Pretty nice. I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah, definitely, it's pretty good as a practice. What color are her eyes? Nikki's asking me. I don't know. Making that kind of brown. I added a little bit of orange for adding some light on the iris, on the irises. Oh, Kyle Pittman is asking me, do you find it difficult to paint a person if they are wearing makeup? Oh, no, I think it's the same, yeah. What makes a difference that sometimes when makeup the eyes looks a bit bigger. Yeah. It's just that, but that, I mean, I would copy that. But anyway, on the painting, I wouldn't copy, for example, if the makeup on the eyes go from, let's say, the tear duct to the corner of the eye. I always try to keep the value here and this portion here a little bit lighter. Okay, I can even pick up pure black, really thick, and put it here. I'm gonna zoom in, okay? Let's see if you can see this. Okay, but I'm not gonna paint this black. Why? Because that's gonna make the eye flat. Imagine painting all the makeup black to the tear duct. But I mean, the makeup, it doesn't go all the way to the tear duct. But just imagine that everything is just, you know, black. I just have black on my brush, just pure black. More black. I clean the brush and I soften here. Okay. I want to work on the forehead. Okay. Okay, one thing before that. Okay, here is soft. I'm cleaning my brushes. Just this highlight is going up too much. Okay. Okay, look at the difference in the photograph. This is important, okay? Try, I mean, this edge here, pretty sharp. Sharp here. Try to make it really, really sharp. No, like I said before, this is it's gonna work for some portraits, for other portraits won't, but you choose. Now the idea about this sharp edge and here, that's pretty difficult to have this sharp edge, is make the nose pop, okay? Okay. Now, I'm not copying that from the photograph because I don't see that on the photograph. On the photograph, everything is soft. Okay. But that helps in some way your painting. That helps in creating, you know, and making the nose pop. Use it, I think, could be useful for some portraits. Not for all of them, but for some portraits. Let's see. Okay, Pitman is saying, I have a portrait competition coming up on the 18th. I'm not very good. I'm very nervous about it. Wow. Did it ever make you nervous painting in front of an audience? Always. Always. Yeah. Okay. I don't even think about it anymore. But like I'm not saying that I don't feel nervous. I feel nervous every time. Every time that I hear on YouTube, every time that I'm painting in front of people, real people. No, I mean in front of people like he's there, pretty close to me. And what I mean that I don't think about that anymore is that it's there. The feeling is there. It's just like on my head start start to fly away from that. It kind of stays like a fly, around my canvas in just that. And I don't think about anything more. Just the canvas and just this space that between me and the canvas. Now the thing is, it depends on the public. But in my own experience, when I have painted in front of people that care about art, that love art, it's been pretty nice. That the thing is, the only thing that that people knows how to paint, and they're gonna notice the mistakes you're making. While people that doesn't know about anything about art, they won't even be able to tell what the mistakes are. But in my experience, speaking about my experience, then and specifically about experience when I went to paint to a school. Okay, no school of art, just school. And while I was painting the portrait, I hear some comments pretty close to me, like, "Hey, it doesn't look like hair. No, no, he doesn't know how to paint." And that's pretty terrible, you know. But the good thing about painting in front of people that knows or appreciate art is that they do that kind. They don't make any those kind of comments. You know, that could knock down anybody. Just hear something that you're doing something, and somebody say, "Hey, he doesn't know how to do that." With times, with experience, kind of, kind of get used to. Not, I don't know if getting used to is the word. Maybe with years we don't care that much about the things that we used to care. When I don't know. But for me, for example, I don't care that much now. Yeah. But I don't know how to explain it. It could be the years. No years painting, they just age. You know. It kind of take out the pressure from my shoulders, and if I'm doing something wrong, I say, yeah. And what? I wanna try to make it better in the next painting, and that's it. Yeah. I don't like this shape of the head. Okay. Maybe it has to be more rounded. A bit more rounded. I don't know if that helps. But just embrace that the fact that you're gonna be nervous. Doesn't matter how much time you're gonna paint. It's gonna stay there. And that for me is just like, hey, it's not something new. I'm gonna paint anyway. mean, I'm just gonna care about my painting. Okay, let's see, I'm gonna soften here. To make this a bit rounded, a bit more rounded. I think I need more light on the chin. But let's see, and this dark stroke that I just added, I did it with the intention to separate the chin from the neck. I think it's not working, it's just too dark. I'm going to just move it from the head down, clean the brush, down, clean the brush, down. Okay, and then I'm gonna soften that. Yeah, I'm doing that because I don't want this darker color go up and pollute the chin. Okay. Oh, you know, if somebody wants to see some recorded lessons, you can join and become a member of my channel. That's the button there. I think it's just $2 or $3 per month. I don't even know because, you know, it kind of show different prices depending on where you are. Depending on the no, it's not where you are. Depending on the exchange, money exchange, something like that. I don't know. Or is that, or I just mess up the setups when I created the membership. Probably is that. Because when I tried to test it, you know, it was like it says like $2 per month, something like that. Yeah, and I tried to join myself from a different computer. It says something like $3, and I say what? And then I did it again. And it says like $1. I say, okay, what happened? And I went to move again. You know the setups on the membership. And at the end, I give up. I say, oh, whatever it shows. I'm getting a touch of pink. Now a touch of an orangey. Oh, that was too much. I want to see this greenish color here yet. Okay, here's a little bit of green. Just want to be sure that the value is good. Okay, and a light green as it goes, as I go down. A light green is going to create more contrast against the reddish colors of the skin. It's going to make this pop. You know, green opposite of red, contrast. What do you think about the background? Should I keep it? Okay. Oh, I got a new member, Kyle Pittman. Oh, thank you so much, Kyle. Yeah. Now, obviously, if somebody's a member, if somebody asks me something, a member asks me something, you know, I gotta be answer a question, you know, or make up an answer if I don't know. Okay, thank you, Nikki. Okay, Jonas is saying, I like the background, maybe a bit darker. I was thinking the same. Yeah? To create darker around to create more light here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Mixing a little bit of green here. Okay, more green. I like the texture, but I think it's too much. Okay, I'm gonna soften that a little bit. Just a little bit. I wanna see how it looks with this texture. Okay. Okay, I gotta stop squinting and trying to see if I got the roughness of the face, if the edges are working to create that, or maybe this edge is too sharp. Okay, specifically this because I think it's the longer edge I have on the face. Okay. Another thing that I got here is a combination between some soft areas and a bit of texture, you know, from adding more paint. This light I think is too bright on the forehead. I wanna just I'm gonna keep it there, but let's see if I just do something there. You know, knocking down, we spread it. I like it, you know, add some roundness, and the same here on the cheeks, as you can see. Okay, about the background. Okay, I have a doubt there. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, let's see. Okay. Well, the eyes did the same. Looks like she's about to cry. Or maybe it could be because of the light and the lower eyelid, the highlight. Yeah, maybe it could be. Kyle is saying you were going to have to paint a person but didn't get to see them until you start. What color could you take with you? I was thinking sword plus a little crimson. Oh yeah, that would be the good option. Yeah. Okay, I could add yellow. Okay. Maybe I would need a yellow for some accents, but that would be a good option. Sword palette, a lizard crimson, that's a must, and a yellow. Chrome yellow, it works pretty good for me. Any other yellow that's cadmium yellow, yeah, that would be okay too. But maybe lemon yellow, chrome yellow, because you got yellow ochre already with the sword palette. And sometimes we need a touch of, you know, a more, let's say, a touch of something green that works pretty good to make the painting a bit more colorful without saturating all the colors just by contrast. Okay, it's just like the touch. You don't know. I'm gonna zoom in. If you see the touches of green on the face, okay. The idea about these touches of green is just that to add more color to the painting. Okay, those looks pretty clear here, but from a distance, you don't see it. You don't see it that clearly. You gotta get closer. That add complements the color. Okay, but without making the skin color too colorful. What I'm trying to say is we use contrast sometimes to enhance a color, to saturate a color, without, let's say, saturating the same color. Like, for example, to make this look a bit more reddish, okay, I can pick up some green for the shadows. Let's say I don't have blue here, but let's say that this is gonna work. Look at that green. Okay, now some touches of green. What it does makes the red looks even redder, a bit redder. Okay, a bit. It's not like a lot, but that's contrast. Okay, and it's different from picking up pure red and putting pure red there. If you put red and green together in a small area, that's gonna add more color to the whole scene without, you know, adding a lot of color to the rest of the painting. Okay, that's color theory. I would say everybody, if somebody's not getting what I say, look on Google what is called simultaneous contrast. Okay, it's gonna be kind of easy to understand it. The thing is applying that contrast, and it's not something that we need to do it for every painting, but it's pretty nice. You know, it plays with contrast and the contrast between opposite colors, blue, orange, red, green, yellow, violet. Okay, now it's about practice. Color theory is always about practice. It's not enough to read a book. We need to practice that. Okay, I'm gonna paint the background again. I'm gonna add one more layer. Okay, now those touches works for some paintings, for other paintings doesn't work. It depends on each painting. Sometimes I don't add those touches of green. Sometimes I just love how the painting looks without any of those touches of color. Sometimes I don't play with sharp and soft edges in that extreme, let's say, like a sharp edge. Sometimes all the face is soft because I like it that way for that specific painting. Okay, the thing is that we gotta kind of see, or we're gonna make mistakes on that, you know, when we choose what to do. Definitely we're gonna make mistakes, but that's okay, that's painting. Okay, I'm gonna put here more paint. This is paint, gray paint. Now the idea here is contrast again, because if I make this darker, okay, I'm gonna see some light, and the light I'm gonna see is here. Now if I get this value too close to the other value, it doesn't matter if I have a sharp edge. When the values are too close, that means that it's getting this dark. I'm gonna kill this, the sharp edge. Okay, the same way here. If I paint with this dark here next to the face, it doesn't matter if I have a sharp edge. We're not gonna see it as a sharp edge. It's gonna look just what I mean, like just one. The values are pretty close. It's gonna look like a soft value. Okay, we gotta be careful with that. I added a bit of black. Oh, hello, Niven. Say keep the background. Okay, Nancy Borman saying your approach makes so much sense. Your words are very practical and inspiring. Thank you, Nancy. And don't forget to stop, he said Niven. Niven is saying don't forget to stop. Okay, yeah, that's something that's difficult to know when to stop. This is zinc white. I ran out of titanium white, which I loved. I don't see a difference. Okay, I don't see a difference between the zinc white and the titanium white. But if there is a difference and I don't notice anyway, as soon as it's possible for me to go to the store, I'm gonna buy a tube of titanium white. Just because I love, titanium white is pretty, how can you say, it's not transparent. Okay, too much blue now, too much blue. I'm gonna knock down the blue here, let's see, up. No, maybe more white. Here. Yeah, I think it's good like that. The texture with bracer brush is just too much. I want some texture, but I know that basically I'm not gonna get that texture maybe with a synthetic brush. That's why I use first the bracer and then soften the texture with the synthetic brush. And but try not soften that a lot, just trying to keep it. Okay, I like this, it creates nice contrast. I gotta be careful not to add too much light, because otherwise my eyes go there. Okay, I'm gonna do the same here. In this case, if this is creating a new focal point, this light, because of the contrast between this and this, I'm gonna do the same here. In that way, it's gonna look like a frame, both. It's gonna look like it's light behind here. Okay. In that way, I don't have just one point to watch. Just this and this is gonna be stay on the center. Okay, I'm gonna keep this soft because I love the softness, sharp, soft. Okay, maybe I can add okay, that's too much red. Okay, there, and the last touch I think it's gonna be here. Okay, what else? Maybe I should darken up the background a bit more. Well, I think it's gonna keep it like that. Okay, I think that's enough. Or I'm missing something. And I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. This is just white with gray paint, which it works as a. I want you to see pretty close. It works like a light blue. Okay. Some touches of green. Okay. Let's see if I can add some grayish touches. Pretty light, pretty light. Okay, that's good. Okay. And remember that I got my Patreon account. Somebody wants to paint a lawn. Okay, portraits. We paint portraits. We draw. We draw today. Yeah. Oh, Dita said things Lorenzo going to be. Oh, okay, good night, Dita. Okay, zinc white isn't opaque. Brand different oil is half transparent and acrylics is zinc white transparent. Oh, thank you. Nikki saying, oh, hello, Das. Nikki saying, one of the most important things you teach is color theory, Lorenzo. You have helped me tremendously where to apply those tiny but important touches. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. Will you also paint a Halloween theme painting? I am painting Wednesday Adams for the Adams family. Oh wow! Oh, that's pretty nice. No, now that you mentioned that, yeah, yeah, why not? Okay. Oh, oh, yeah. Maybe I'm gonna paint the same, Jonas. You gotta be thinking there about what to paint. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I've been painting for 2 hours. I think what I got is enough. Yeah. Yeah. You know. Uh, but see, I'm gonna add some little bit of definition to the eyes with almost no paint because I wanna keep the softness here. just a little bit here too. She has really huge irises. Irises. I have seen few people with eyes big like that. I added a red brush stroke on the edge, just a reflected color from the coat. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, I see some. Did you see the photograph? Of course, I see that the shadow goes down here and separates the ear from the face. It's pretty dark, but I don't want to do that because I want kind of. I got the feeling that's gonna cut, kind of stop the face for turning, and I like this illusion that the face is turning. It's going with the ear, just like that, opposed to this here that's pretty sharp. If I just do the same, like adding something, a value as dark as this one here, because I see that on the photograph, I think I'm just gonna cut that. And I love the idea that having here just the darker value in the eye and not there. And then to keep some contrast there. Here it's impossible not to have this because I wanna see the edge of the face. Okay, thank you so much for being here. You got the link to my Patreon account. If somebody wants to join and paint along with me. We draw Thursdays, we paint Sundays, Saturdays and Sundays. Oh, thank you, Kyle. Hello, Sinet. Thank you so much, everybody. Don't forget to press the like button before you go. Thank you, M. Glich. Thank you, Nikki. Okay. Thank you, Michael. And continue celebrating your birthday. This is the day of the year that you can drink as much as you can. Okay, bye. Oh, Mark here is saying it's my birthday as well. Happy birthday, Mark. Okay, have a beer too. Oh, Deja Vu is asking me, Renzo, can you do heavy paint in the future? Oh, okay. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I painted. Yeah, it's been a long time since I paint with really lot of paint. Yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody. Yeah. Just to know at this moment it's just difficult to stop because as I got the feeling that I'm not gonna be able to retouch this painting anymore in front of the camera. I was trying to see things here and there that kind of asking me for a touch up. Okay, yeah, that's it.